Good morning, children, and welcome to our English 3 class. I am your teacher Mercy, and I am glad to be with you today. We are now in Lesson 2, writing short descriptive paragraphs about characters or settings of the stories. In the past lesson, we watched the story The Crow and the Pitcher. And that story happened in a desert. We also met the characters in that story. Now, let us recall the story. Who was the character in that story? Correct. Was there any other character? Great. Where did the story happen? Alright, good job, children. Now, let us look at the table below. Based on the story in the first module, let us recall or let us supply the needed informations. Again, what is the title of the story? Yes, The Crow and the Pitcher. And who are in the story are the characters? Correct. Where and when did the story take place, or the setting? Great. So for now, I am going to read another story for you. And listen carefully because I will give questions afterwards. Okay, let's start. The Ant and the Grasshopper, adapted from Aesop's Fables. In a field one summer day, a grasshopper hopped about, chirped, and sang to his heart's content. An ant passed by. On his back, he carried a grain of corn he harvested. He walked with great effort. He needed to take the grain of corn home. "Why not come and chat with me?" said the grasshopper. "Instead of working and carrying the food on your back." "There must be food for the rainy days," said the ant. "And you can do the same." "Why bother about rainy days?" said the grasshopper. "We have plenty of food at present." The grasshopper sang all day. He played his guitar all day long. The ant went on his way and continued to work and work. When the rainy days came, the grasshopper had no food. He found himself cold and hungry. The ant saw him. He pitied the grasshopper and offered him some food to eat. The grasshopper knew what he needed to do next time. Now, answer these questions. First, who is the main character in the story? Second, what were the grasshopper's favorite activities? Third, what was the ant doing in the field one summer day? Fourth, What do you think will happen to the aunt during rainy days? And fifth, what was the lesson learned? Let us remember the following concepts. Characters are people or animals in a story. The character who is the focus of the story is called the main character. In the story titled The Ant and the Grasshopper, the main characters are portrayed by animals. And if the characters are animals, it is called favels. How do we describe the characters in a story? In describing a character in a story, look at the character's actions, thoughts, feelings, emotions, words, and reasons for doing things. Based on these things, we can now infer or guess the character's traits. Here are some examples. For the actions, what did the character do? Liza always wore clean clothes every day. The hen cackles every time it lays eggs. Thoughts. What is the character thinking about? Example, she knew her behavior was crazy, but she couldn't help it. I lied. Yes, he thought. Perhaps he will forgive me. For feelings and emotions, how did the character feel? Example, Jane is very happy because she received gifts from her parent. For words, what did the character say? Example, I love Mondays. Mercy said inside her car. He finally said, "Let's start the ball rolling." And for the traits, what word best describes this character? Example, Jody treats her friends with kindness and respect. Setting is the place and time in which the story takes place. It is the environment where the events of the story happen. The time, location, and weather all play major parts in the story. So how do we describe the setting of a story? In describing settings, use adjectives, words that appeal to the senses, time expressions, and words about feelings. Here are examples. The forest is typically thick and wild. The adjectives there are thick and wild. The butterfly is flying around the beautiful garden. The adjective is the word beautiful. Words that appeal to the senses of sight, sounds, smells, feelings, and taste. Example, Zenny has seen the big bright sun. For the time expressions, here are the examples. Camille likes to watch movies every afternoon. And the time expression there is every afternoon. Words about feelings. Example, I hear sounds in the night and get a strange feeling sometimes. The adjective is the word strange. Always remember those, children.